I loved the actor who played Frodo. I think he did a really great Elijah Wood impression in this film. He even kind of looks like him, which worked out really well. Um, the concept of this film, I don't even know how they came up with it. It was so random, but that's what made it so funny. And just all the jokes in this landed so well. I was laughing at my screen. Um, this is definitely a film that I would say has SNL potential. Probably a step above SNL at this point, and I really enjoyed it. I also thought the special effects that brought Gandalf to life were just hilarious and fit so well in this film.
The casting of BALI Frodo was perfect. The actor really resembles Elijah Wood from the Lord of the Rings films 20 years later. Excellent hair and wardrobe, and I love the use of clips from the actual films as a jumping off place for the writing of this one. I found it so humorous, notably all the jobs and activities around rings. The soaring orchestral music during the quest was perfect. The cinematography was also very well done, with gorgeous drone shots of BALI Frodo's travels on foot, fabulous, convincing locations.
Great concept, just a zany farce, original idea of Frodo Baggins and his life after Lord of the Rings in Bali, of all places. He has an obsession with the rings, which is so funny. The hand modeling just made me laugh. And this great location, this tropical landscape, was wonderful. It was an imaginative piece, and the voiceover was good. It was comical. I loved the beautiful mountain overhead shots. They were gorgeous, and it added to the film and just gave it that extra quality that you don't always get from a comedy in the cityscapes.
Frodo has an addiction to rings, which is hilarious. And I love how they showcased it in a variety of ways. The actor is convincing as an older Frodo, looks wise. The AI Gandalf, or maybe it was a voice dub of old footage, was clearly not real, but it also made it funnier because it was a bit imperfect. Um, and also tonally, I do feel like it was tonally very close to the Lord of the Rings. Obviously, a satire of it. Obviously, poking fun at it, but also still in a very respectful way, as far as making sure that tonally they existed in the same space and paying attention to those details, whether it be location or casting. So I just thought that was really, that's what, those little touches made it special.
I like the spin that the short takes, how they use an artistic license to create a new narrative of Lord of the Rings. It's very creative because I'm sure many viewers can relate to having different expectations to a film or a show or a book that they read, and you begin to imagine how the story could have panned out if it had gone the way that you had thought that it would go. So I really liked how they visually implemented that within the short. Because of that, I think that it's a very creative approach.
It is for the fans who love the movie itself, and it feels kind of like a Lord of the Rings spoof. It deals with a man who loves the main character from the franchise and sets out on a mission that that character gives him. I think what makes it particularly a fun piece is the MC's obsession with rings and the narrator. I mean, we literally see the man eat with rings, have an OnlyFans account with rings, draw and steal rings. I have never watched Lord of the Rings, but supposedly they would be proud of this film, I believe. They try to make things a little more serious, or I suppose fun once the MC receives a mission and sets out to complete it. There was a lot of location use that helped make the story more interesting and a variation of shots. I was almost rooting for the MC to have a happy ending overall. It was just funny and mindless humor.
I enjoyed the landscape and the visual setting, the colors, the movement, all the details, and the aerial shots as well. I think it really captures the landscape in a really beautiful way. As someone who is familiar with the source work, I thought this was a really comedic and funny way to explore it. And each of the different ways that it was explored through the jokes was really entertaining and funny, and I was looking forward to see the next ones coming through and recognizing it was fun as well.